haven't done is put the bar, and I'm going to leave that bar from the previous use. One other thing is, my cores use a different hole pattern, so it doesn't exactly fit on this table. Your hole patterns line up, you can put another pin in, so I'm using this as a pin. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it back slightly this direction. Don't make it bend, just pull it back slightly and push this plate up. And your torque setting should be around 13. You don't need to over torque. So from here, you're going to push the first one in first. That's when you put this block in, now it won't bend the core as you push this in. And then, they'll get used to it. They push down. Don't wheelie it. Push down. And the key is when you get into an early taper situation, don't put pressure on the early taper. The primary goal here is just to follow the side cut of the scheme, not the early taper sections. So I'm watching that inward pressure. I'm just going to follow. So I'm pretty much only putting pressure here, not here, because there will kind of kink it in a little bit. So just in this section. Okay, then this loosens. Backs off, pins come out. Pours out. Detects it, and just make sure there's no big stuff on it. And your hole goes to hole. That's how you know where you're supposed to put it. Decent piece, underneath, pressure. Line up. I'm going to grab our edge stock. So immediately flip one over, and then they go back to back. Now sometimes you can see, well, this is not too bad. Sometimes you'll see the cut is halfway on a flange. If that halfway cut is on a flange up at the tip, get rid of that. Make sure that the tip has a full flange where it ends, where it terminates. See?
Okay, yeah, full flange on the end.
Yeah, it's going to hold it in. Now, again, the reason why the glue is always held upside down, so it's ready to go. And I'm checking to see if I get enough glue.
Every piece has glue on it.
Now I know where to stop because when I started, I put the ends where the ends are. Okay. So I know where to. This
part will be cut off.
Yep. Okay. Glue, tighten it because it's upside down. It'll leak.
Back upside down.
I'm going to put a tether on, and you should start doing that at one point. You guys got a lot on your plate, so I didn't want to go there.
What does the tether do?
Yeah, I'll explain in just a second, but pull it in, pull your edge in with the tape as you tape, then from here, come from underneath, tether, and then tape. And this will get glued down. What happens is, in the resin process, this will all get impregnated and it acts like an anchor. So when you have a lot of compression hits, like on a mogul run, The tip flange can pull out a little bit, but the anchors retain it for years on end.
Gotcha.
So it's an improvement at no cost. Okay, so now we have that. We're going to put in our first. We don't want to use the first one because this is kind of in that early taper zone. We're going to go to the second one and put it in. And you can use your hip, and then you can push down and clutch. Now we're going to jump down here to this end, not to this one because there's an early taper section. We're going to go to this end. And push in. So what I did is a little different. We used to build back, but it would end up being out here, and then when we got to this one, we'd have to readjust these ones. Now we go from here to here, and it's where it needs to be. Okay, so everything stays a little bit, okay. So here, just again, little wheelie, push. And again, you don't want to make sure you're like this where it's only a corner. You want to make sure you're flat. So you kind of toggle, hit, toggle, hit, toggle. Redo this one, nice, didn't need to change. Okay, we're also going to change how we cut this. They're still welcome to use the pencil line, but what I'm finding is it's better just to use your hand. Put your hand about where it ends, your finger, and that's your guide. It just almost, it's perfect every time. So put your finger where the guide is and use that. The same rules apply how you hold the pliers though. I mean now the cutting head's going to be up against your finger and then you're flipping it over this way. Don't cut this way, you won't have the leverage. So right away you got those in, pull your tape. Pull your tape. Now the key part is to make sure this is down. See right here it's high. And I just pushed it in place.
Okay.
That's what this does. And then now you can put all the rest in.
Last two in.
And this is an early taper zone, so don't put too much pressure in. It'll push the P-Tex. So you're just using it to conform to the side cut. The early tapers are handled by the tape. That's how they're pulled in. So
not too much pressure on early tapers.
Yeah. So here, there's a little bit of side cut. I'm going to put there more pressure. Good.
Just hold it in place.
And I would just go back over. And as I'm doing this, I'm making sure I've got that really good 2-point pressure. Okay, that's.
So you only tether the tip?
Yes, because there's really no, unless somebody's going to ride switch. If it's a park, I would tether both ends.
Okay.
Okay. You saw I did it really fast. It doesn't happen that fast, especially the first couple of times. You could run a tether on this one and let it free and tether this one instead of trying to tether, and you don't need to pull them together.
Right.
I do it because it saves me time. But in your case, that's a technique. Just throw a piece of, and Kristen will send you the carbon link. Kevlar. You want to do this with Kevlar. I didn't bring mine, so I'm using carbon.
Okay.
Kevlar is superior.
Okay.
So if it's a park ski, yeah, they'll just run a couple tethers. Heck, they can throw tethers in here too. It does, that's just, it just holds the edge. It's like a massive anchor.
Right, good to know.
Yeah. And then the accelerant. I'm going to start up here and dab it, and that'll take care of the front edge. And I'm trying to move as fast as I can, which means, and I'm not squeezing it. And if they squeeze it, if they get too much, then it makes the glue brittle. And it'll be more inclined as they handle it to crack away.
So not pulling the tape back, you're just going on either side.
It finds its way. This stuff, it's a hunt and seek, it finds it. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I left that open so I could show you, if they do tether, if they are good enough, I'll show you when I take the tape off. They just put a little dollop. Here, keep that clean. Again, always tighten it because when it's upside down, it'll start to blow up. Then all you do is you put in your case, you'll be using Kevlar, and then just put a little dot of the accelerant close by, and again, it finds it. And then later, when it solidifies, it's not there yet. We just cut off the excess.
Okay.
So it doesn't. It's not in the way when you build. You can see the other one. It's just pulled tight. So the differences is you're going to start compression here and then go to this end. Okay. And then make sure everything's in place and then build yourself, kind of toggling, building yourself down. Again, don't go into the early tape. If this was a full side cut ski, we would have one more pressure plate to push it in. But the early taper sections are done with tape.
Awesome.
Pretty much it, yeah.
Cool.